You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Most writers and radio show hosts know that to connect with your fans, you need to do more than just write books or record the latest podcasts. There are many different elements that go into forming an online platform, but there are also many hidden traps. To make matters worse, solid advice on how to survive the muddy waters is scarce. In the book Hidden Traps, I talk about some of the important issues of working with an online platform, highlighting traps that could put your physical or internet security at risk or be harmful to your reputation. Are your social media posts just links with a few disjointed words, making you look like someone who can't complete a sentence? Did your new website cost you more than you anticipated? Are you leaking your personal contact details across the web without even knowing it? Then you need Hidden Traps. Although Hidden Traps is not officially released until August 1st, you can pre-order your paperback or ebook copy now from a variety of retailers, including Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Kobo. Visit blackwolfpublications.com for more details.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
Get your free inventor's information. Call 1-800-353-6490. That's 1-800-353-6490. Again, 1-800-353-6490.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it, there to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information about our senior plans. Answer a few simple questions and receive approval right on the phone. Plus, call right now and we'll give you a discount prescription card for free. Call 800-553-8687. That's 800-553-8687. Again, 800-553-8687. 8687.
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rain.
Welcome to Foo Bar, One Nation Under Foo, and I am your host, you guessed it, the Foo. And we are coming to you live from KLRNradio.com, where liberty and reason still reign. Whoa, that was like totally professional and stuff, right? You think I'd been doing this stuff for years. Oh my God, and I have. I gotta be honest tonight, guys, I am totally dragging. Dragging for me. Dragging ass is what they say. I've had 5 days of like party central for little kids' birthday parties. You know, I have my son, then my daughter, then America. My mother-in-law, God love her, was here. I took her to the airport today. And on top of all of that, my ear has been ringing for like almost 3 weeks. So I'm giving up caffeine. Woohoo! So I'm trying to give up caffeine. We'll see how that works out. I kind of go between wanting to kill everyone and wanting to take a nap 24/7. So it's been a real interesting 5 days, but I'm here and we're live and everything is awesome. And we are here the day after America's big birthday, which is totally rad. 241 years old. Doesn't look a day over 240. You're right. I hope you all had a good 4th. We actually didn't blow anything up because we had this porch swing. Yeah, I'm just going to talk to you guys like we're having coffee because this is where I am tonight. So we have this porch swing installed, right, through Amazon. Beautiful little wicker porch swing, gorgeous on my front porch. Well, last night my poor husband is sitting on it and we hear this loud pop, like the house vibrated. And I thought, oh my God, a firework hit us or something. No, my front porch bowed in, even though we should be able to have 300 pounds on this damn swing. And my husband is maybe 200 tops. So that on top of everything else, here I am tonight, terrified. Well, not because of the swing, but because of all the stuff with CNN. Yeah, you knew we'd get to that, right? Drink your coffee, hang out. We're going to chat. We got to talk about CNN. And we got to spend probably a good 5 minutes complaining about these idiots. If you have not heard this story, please crawl out from underneath your rock, because it is a big deal. So apparently, if you have missed it, we'll backtrack a little. There's this guy. Now, some are saying he's a 15-year-old kid. Some are saying he's an 18-year-old kid. Some are insisting he's middle-aged. It doesn't really matter. He decided he was this guy who created a meme, as my kids say. Oh, my God, I got yelled at today about the meme thing. But a meme that Donald Trump posted, and it was the one of him wrestling CNN. Are you threatening me? That's my kids. Donald Trump is just kicking the crap out of the CNN logo. And Donald Trump thought it was funny or whatever, and he retweeted it. And everybody lost their damn minds. People, his base were like, yeah, this is awesome. This is why we totally elected him. He kicks ass. And then the other side's like, oh, my God, he's so unpresidential. And those of us with brains in our heads are like, oh, my God, is this reality? But, the only people who really got upset, who really took it to heart, were the folks at CNN. I probably should say from the get-go, hey, CNN, don't dox me, bro. Don't dox me. Okay. So what they decide to do, and this gets better down the way, trust me. So they decide they're going to find this person who did the meme, and they're going to, kick his ass because they're all mad. And they can't go after Donald Trump. What are they going to do with Donald Trump, right? So they decide they're going to go after this person who created a meme. That was his big sin, So they go out and they find this person. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Because on one hand, they say that the person contacted them once they found out they had been discovered, and that they were apologizing. Oh, I'm so totally sorry. Please don't ruin me. And then you have something else where they reached out to him, and then he apologized. It went back and forth. And basically what it comes down to was CNN, and what is his name? Andrew Kaczynski. They went out of their way to find this person and basically threaten him that if he ever did this again, ever created another meme where they got their asses kicked, they would share his personal information with the world.
Are you threatening me?
They were threatening him. And you know what's really terrifying is they say they weren't threatening him, that they were trying to protect him by not doing it. You know, and you might buy that if at the very bottom it hadn't said that they reserved the right to share his information if he screwed up. So this was like the mob, right? The mob goes out, finds this person, says, hey, we're going to make you an offer you can't refuse. And they're like, hey, I refuse you, and they're going to destroy you. If you've ever been doxxed, and some of us here have been, it is a terrifying experience because your information is splattered everywhere, and God knows who sees it. And if you piss people off in this world, and trust me, some of us do, and they see your information, they put you at risk. And that's really scary. Think about a huge media conglomerate threatening to do this to you. Awful. But it gets better, right? So it sounds like Kaczynski found the wrong guy. So they went out of their way to find the person who created the meme. And what I'm seeing now is that was this guy in Mexico who created it originally. And that it had been reworked or something with this other person, yada, yada, yada. So not only did they threaten the wrong person, but they're doxing people in general. And what they're doing now is they're pretending it's not a big deal. They are doubling down on it. And they're insisting that since this person was racist in his post, he was Islamophobic in his post, he dropped the N-word in his posts, that he deserves this because he's ugly and hateful and racist. And they don't understand what's wrong with that, which terrifies me. That terrifies me more than giving up caffeine. And that's pretty damn scary. Because they don't understand that we have to defend speech we disagree with. That's just how it works out. I may not like what you have to say. I'm not going to listen to what you have to say. But I'm going to make sure you can still say what you want to say. And that's how it should work in America. It shouldn't be, well, I've decided that you're a racist POS, and since you're a racist POS, it's okay to silence you. It's okay to threaten and terrorize you because you're a bad guy, and you have bad ideas and bad things to say and create memes. Oh, I'm sorry, memes. My kids yelled at me for like 10 minutes today. I'm so old, I don't know what the hell you call it. Those animated GIF things. That was your biggest sin. That is what they're going after. This is a slippery slope, folks. What if they decide, this foo person is a real pain in the ass? We're going to come after her because she talked about us on her show. And clearly she's a racist or a bigot or something else because she does right-wing radio. So we're going to go after her now because, hey, that makes total sense, right? And we're justified in attacking her because of what she says. She was mean about us on her show and made fun of us. So we're going to go out and try and ruin her. That's what they're doing. So what if they come after me? What if they decide suddenly that people who like the color purple are bad people? Or green, or red, or someone who likes to sing songs from Wham is suddenly something evil.
Dude, anybody singing Wham needs to be deported.
No one asked you, Rick. No one asked you, man. But the point is, let's say it's something completely idiotic that someone decides is evil. And then they start silencing those people. The moment we start deciding who has the right to say things and who doesn't, and when the media begins targeting people and weaponizing themselves, we are in deep caca, folks. This is bad. And what was interesting, though, and you got to point this out, was as all this was blowing up and we're all screaming about CNN, I find myself supporting people I've been fighting with on the conservative side for almost 2 years, which was interesting. There are plenty of idiots out there who drive me crazy on the right, click whores out there who are pushing things that are silly and saying stupid things. But I found myself agreeing with them and sharing what they were saying. And for a brief moment, we all came together to shake our fists at CNN and tell them to knock that off. And that was kind of cool. But what wasn't cool was that this happened in the first place. And they felt justified in this happening. They were bragging that it wasn't exclusive, that they had found this person, and exclusive is a big deal. Look at us, we found this guy, and now we're going to kick his ass and make him pay. Mwahaha. That was CNN. And that is some BS. So I'm thinking, at this point, now that I've rambled, I'm going to take a short break before I do the top 10 douchebags of the week. Speaking of douchebags, you're CNN, you're on there. And when we come back, we'll get to that. We're going to take a short break. Stay put.
Guess who's back? Back again. Bunny's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information about our senior plans. Answer a few simple questions and receive approval right on the phone. Plus, call right now and we'll give you a discount prescription card for free. Call 800-553-8687. That's 800-553-8687. Again, 800-553-8687.
Guess who's back? Back again. Bunny's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
And we're back. Thank you for the short break. We are here on FooBar, One Nation Under Foo, on KLRNradio.com/chat, so you can talk and listen at the same time. Thank you for being here. We've been rambling on about CNN on their stupidity for the last 15 or so minutes. And what we're going to do next is something we do every week here on FooBar that we used to do on The Money Show and have done for a long time, and that is our top 10 douchebags of the week. Now, we do that with your help, which makes you part of this show. Also, since I'm giving up caffeine, it helps me not to have to come up with so much content. I'm just kidding. Sort of. But anyway, it is actually really cool because not only do you guys get to listen, but you get to be a part of the show, which I think has always been important to what I do because I wouldn't be here without you guys. So this week, this is our top 10 douchebags of the week. At number 10. Now, I don't know some of these folks, but I lumped them all together in one big douchebaggery number because they all were kind of doing the same thing. And that's Sean King, Joy Reid, Damon Wayans, and some guy named Dan Arel. And I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And when I asked, someone else told me it's pronounced douche. The Arel is silent. So I'm not sure how you say his last name, but he's a douchebag. Apparently what these people think is really cool is to wait till July 4th to get on Twitter and talk about how awful America is, to make horrible comments about America because it's apparently so edgy to hate your country on its birthday. Dan Arel, however you say it, Dan douchebag, shared a photo of an American flag on fire because that's totally bitchin'. And then you've got Sean King, who said the rest of his friends were like, F America, F this, F all of you, America effing sucks. It was really rude and awful. There were tons of them. Oh, Joy Reid. Damon Wayans is the biggest one, though. Damon Wayans decided he was going to give white people permission to celebrate their racism. Who thinks like this? I'm sorry. I just don't get it. I don't sit around thinking these kind of things. None of it makes sense to me. We're all in a great country. We should be celebrating. We should be blowing stuff up, drinking beer, and celebrating our country. We shouldn't be sitting around complaining about our country. I guess that's my white privilege showing through. I don't know. But they're number 10 on this week's list. Number 9 is Chris Christie. Poor Chris Christie. You know, he has not trended this much since he sold his political soul and became Donald Trump's French fry boy. What a disaster. So if you don't know the story, Chris Christie apparently closed all the public beaches and then went out onto the public beach and partied with his family and got caught. Yeah, because that's hysterical. And what happened then was really the better part of the story. Not that Chris Christie sucks, because we kind of determined that almost 2 years ago now. The better part of that story is that people all over social media took the photograph of Chris Christie and put him in areas and situations that made what he did actually funny. There were pictures of him in the movie 10. There were pictures of him from Dune, stand pictures. There's pictures of him covered in cheeseburgers. And it was great. It was hilarious. What was really sad, though, is he really used to be a powerhouse on the right. He used to really mean something, and now he's just a big joke. And we made him a bigger joke, and that makes him a douchebag at number 9. Number 8 is Kim Jong-un. And it's funny because Persnickety, who is the one who nominated him, said, he's really not funny, but he really is a douchebag. And I'm like, we got to find a way to make fun of this guy, and the hair thing. There's things we can make fun of him here, but I think we can all agree that even if he's not funny, he's a douchebag. And firing missiles that could reach Alaska makes him a big-ass douchebag, if you ask me. So it doesn't have to be that someone's funny, although I'm sure we could make fun of all of these people. All they have to do is be a douchebag. And Kim Jong-un is a big one. At number 8. At number 7, this is new today, is Tomi Lahren debating Chelsea Handler. Did you guys see this? Apparently, these two ladies are going to debate politics because everybody cares so much about what they have to say. It would be really painful, even more painful actually, if they hadn't chosen Chelsea with Tomi, because it's like we've both put up jokes on equal sides of the political spectrum. You've got your goofy, crazy blonde who is conveniently conservative, and then you have your goofy, crazy liberal who is convenient for whatever popularity in comedy. So they're going to kind of go at each other, not in a good way, sorry folks. They're going to debate each other, and it's going to be painful, and the idea of it is painful, and who knows what it's going to look like. But I can tell you this, it qualifies them both as douchebags at number 7. At number 6 is the entire UK court system. Yeah. Have you guys been following the Charlie Gard story at all? The little 10-month-old baby in the UK where the hospital has determined that he's not worth saving, and the parents apparently don't have a say in this. They went to a court. What was it? The European Humanities Court or something, and it was determined that it was more humane to let the kid die, right, than to go overseas and receive treatment, even though the parents have the money, even though the U.S. has said we will do this. The U.K. has said no. It's more important that he just stays here and dies. Because that makes total sense, right? Because that's humanity right there. No, we should let this kid die because we've determined his life isn't worth saving. And there's this whole argument out there that supports this that says, there's no way that this person's quality of life is going to be anything but miserable. So it makes sense that he should die. And that drives me insane. And it's people even on conservatives in the U.S. who are saying, well, sovereignty, it's not really our problem. And I understand where that comes from. I understand that we wouldn't want the UK telling us what to do. I get that. But if we were doing something this stupid, I would hope someone would say something, because this is awful. This is a human life. This is not just this inanimate object. It is a person, it is a human little spirit. And for whatever reason, the UK has decided he doesn't have the right to be there anymore. He should die with dignity. The Pope has come out and said, hey, you can use the Vatican hospital. Donald Trump has said, hey, U.S. is here. What can we do to help? So the entire UK court system, you are douchebags at number 6. Number 5 is a person I have never heard of. His name is Lucas Neff. Actually, Nick Searcy was telling me who he was before the show, and he said, yeah, he's this little nobody who actually had a sitcom or something. But anyway, Lucas Neff is some actor I've never heard of, and he starred in the TV series Raising Hope, was what someone else told me. And he tweeted out, I get that you love your parents, but if they're Republicans in 2017, they're crappy people. But he used the SHITT word because I'm trying not to say that because I'm trying to be on my best behavior, but it's really hard. But that's what he said. So apparently, if your parents are Republicans in 2017, they're bad people. You love them, but they suck. Who thinks like that? Goes back to the whole Damon Wayans things on the 4th of July. Who are these people? How does that make sense to anyone? Oh, well, if your parents are this way, they're horrible people. Really? That makes him a douchebag at number 5. Number 4 is Leah Goldman. Have you heard of Leah? Leah decided that since Donald Trump has issues with blood and women, she tried to start this thing called the Red Resistance, and she was wanting women to send boxes of tampons and pads to the White House. Because that's not totally disgusting. Really? Apparently this was her way of showing Trump who's boss, so we're going to send a bunch of tampons to you. Take that, Mr. President. Yeah, totally awesome. And she's a douchebag at number 4. Number 3 is Hillary Clinton. Yay, she made the list. And the reason she made the list almost puts the GOP on the list as well. Apparently the GOP decided they were going to ask Hillary Clinton what her ideas around health care were. I don't know why they bothered. She lost. She lost for a reason. I don't know why they asked her. But they did. And Hillary was, of course, glad to say, you guys are idiots. Here's my plan. Right? So the GOP looks stupid because they're asking the idiot who lost the race. I think what I saw online was it's like asking somebody who didn't get the job why they didn't get their work done that day. It was just dumb. So not only is Hillary Clinton number 3 on the douchebag list this week, but so is the GOP for being stupid enough to ask her about it. At number 2 is C. Dane Run. At least that's his Twitter handle. His name is Dane Rauschenberg, and he's a marathon runner of some sort. I don't know if you're familiar with the man or not, but he is a leftist liberal progressive who likes to attack women in social media. He has been known to wish death on women. He has been known to stalk their photos and make a big deal for whatever reason that they have filters on their photos. Forget that 99.9% of women on social media either have a Snapchat filter on their image or some other type of filter. No, his whole thing was going after conservative women this last week, stealing their pictures and accusing them of being ugly and using filters. And then he had a Voldemort filter because, you know, they don't talk about Harry Potter enough on the left. That was his big dig, that women looked like Harry Potter's Voldemort. And he did this to several women on the right. So, you know, and yours included, I was there. Yeah, he did it to me as well. Mainly because I slapped him over some dumb Ted Cruz saying he thought the word now upside down would spell one. I pointed out it wouldn't and that he was stupid. And then he stalked my photos and posted me all over the place saying how I had filters on my pictures. And I'm like, yeah, no kidding. I never said otherwise. But that's his whole MO. And that's why he is a douchebag at number 2. And, of course, number 1 is CNN and Andrew Kaczynski and Chris Cuomo, who almost made Andrew look less awful. Because Chris spent the day doubling down and trying to excuse the behavior in the first place. You know, and then he also said, it was like he asked his followers if they should release the guy's name because he had a racist Reddit account. And then he deleted the tweet because he's an idiot. They're all idiots and they're all douchebags. And we have come to this conclusion easily at number 1. That is CNN. I know it wasn't Obama. That is totally freaky that it wasn't Obama because it's been Obama since, 2013 or 14. But you know what? We'll give Obama an honorable mention on this week's Top 10 Douchebags. So there you are, Mr. Obama. You are an honorable mention. Phew! That was a lot of douchebags to go through. You guys, thank you so much for sending them. There's no way I would have found all of these on my own. I would have thought of those on my own. You guys keep me sane and keep me laughing. Now, next, we're going to take a short little break. And then when we come back, we're going to open the phone lines. Now, anybody can call. You don't have to be somebody who agrees with me. You don't have to be somebody who's friendly. But the lines are going to be open, and we're going to take your calls for the next 20 minutes or so. Let me see if I have the number easy to get to. Hey, Rick, do you have the number we can post really quick?
Give me just 1 second.
Okay.
All right, so
Look
the call-in number is going to be 716
716
748
716 748
0624.
0624.
And they'll need PIN 80093.
And the PIN is 80093. So again, the call-in number is 716-748-0624, and the PIN, which you will need, is 80093. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll take your calls. Hope to hear from you soon.
Guess who's back? Back again. Sonny's back.
The following message contains a special offer for listeners of this station. Are you a man over 40? Are you constantly looking for the nearest bathroom? Do you wake up multiple times a night to use the bathroom? Right now, Perfect Prostate is sending out free bottles of their groundbreaking new formula to listeners of this station. Perfect Prostate formula was developed by medical doctor Mitchell Fleischer, and its ingredients have been clinically studied to reduce your frequent nighttime bathroom visits and promote healthy urine flow. Right now, preferred customers get their first bottle of Perfect Prostate absolutely free. There's nothing to lose. Perfect Prostate is guaranteed to reduce that constant urge to use the bathroom, especially at night, and promote healthy urine flow. Don't wait. Call now for your free bottle. Just pay shipping and processing. Dial 1-800-675-0251. That's 1-800-675-0251. Supplies are limited. One free bottle per household. Call now. Dial 1-800-675-0251. That's 1-800-675-0251.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps stand ready to defend the American way of life. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey folks, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine, Dr. Richard Harden. We are on the same mission, which is waking up America. We just have different paths. So stay tuned for some information on how you can keep up with Richard and all his work.
Visit Richard's website at raharden.com. That's the World Wide Web at RAHARDIN.com. At his website, you can see a summary of the 6 books he has written, where purchases may be made. He also has a link to 18 videos on YouTube and several blogs about Christian beliefs. If you prefer, visit Amazon.com/Kindle and type in Richard Harden to see and purchase his books.
Guess who's back? Back again. Sonny's back. Tell a friend.
You know, I still laugh when I hear that. I think it's really funny for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just really easily amused at this point in my life. But we're back, and thank you for staying with FUBAR. I am your host, The Foo, and we're getting ready to start taking some calls. We have a couple of people on hold. You brave souls, you. So, hey, Rick, do you want to send the first one through?
Yes, ma'am. Here we go.
Hello? You're on the air with Foo.
Yeah, hey.
Who is this?
Hello.
Hello.
Is this Sam from Polita Bunny? Say, listen, first time caller, long time listener, Alex Jones here from Infowars.com. I got a bit of a proposition. Hey, hello. I got a bit
Hi,
of a
Alex.
proposition.
Go ahead.
I need you to drop this KLRN crap and come over to Infowars.com. Say, I've got a whole line of supplements I want to bring you on with. Super female vitality, 100% authentic, synthetic hormone replacement therapy. It's going to keep you from being able to have the global elitists infiltrate your mind. Okay.
Right. Okay.
What does Alex Jones have to do?
I have a question for you on the supplement thing. Just a second, Alex. Will it stop my ear from ringing, and can I drink caffeine?
No, it's got no caffeine. It's 100% synthetic.
Okay, go ahead. What else?
What does Alex Jones and Infowars have to do to get you on? Because we're fighting the global elitists, and I was listening earlier. Okay, you brought up CNN. Great point. Okay, the douchebags of the week. That's great and all, but we've got to fight these global elitists. They're ready to take over, and we're seeing it with CNN. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's crazy. Yeah, Alex, I appreciate that a whole lot. But I'm pretty comfortable where I am, and I'm really not into the whole supplement thing unless you can promise my ear will stop ringing, and then we can totally talk about something. But yeah, I'm not really good at the whole anti-globalist gay frog thing. So I appreciate it though very much.
They're putting stuff in the water for gay frogs. Okay, we've documented this on the program before.
And I'm really sorry for all those gay frogs out there. I imagine there's some. Are you working on any kind of support for these gay frogs, Alex?
We've got to set up a fund, okay? Maybe we can get Hillary Clinton involved with the Clinton Initiative, or maybe we got to keep Billy Boy away from them because they're gay frogs. But
gay frogs.
We got to do
it
something.
Could be a new thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got to know who this is. Because I know it's not Alex.
Sam, it is Daniel Stafford of the Stafford Voice. How the hell is it been?
I knew it. I knew it was someone actually saying, "How are you, my friend?"
I am magically wonderful today. I was super stoked. I got in contact with Rick earlier today about wanting to come on and give you some crap as Alex Jones to see what you would do. I was hoping you'd really go off on him. But, super, super awesome to know that you're back on the air.
He terrifies me. I'm afraid I'd go off on him and he'd rip his shirt off and scream at me, and I would probably be scarred forever. So, not happening. But, so what are you doing? You just decided you're going to call me up and give me a bunch of crap because you could?
Yeah, I just wanted to give you some crap.
You're such a good friend giving me crap. No, okay, I got you on the air. You got to tell people when you do your show.
You go ahead. Go ahead and call me up. Call me up on the show. We need to talk anyway. But
well, you gotta tell me when.
Super awesome that you're back on the air.
I am on the air, but you know what? I need to get you on here as Daniel Stafford and actually have an interview and not just as Alex Jones. We gotta set it up.
We do. Okay, well, I'm gonna let you get back to the show. You got other callers that need to get on here.
Well, I appreciate it, Alex. You have a nice night.
Sam, you take care of yourself. Don't let that fluoride get to you, okay?
The damn fluoride. I won't. I will avoid the fluoride. Thank you, Alex.
Stay away from gay frogs, too.
I will. Those damn gay frogs. They're a real problem. I will do that. You take care.
All right, Sam. Bye.
Bye. Oh, people love me so much they call me to give me a hard time. Those are friends, people. Those are real friends. All right. Who else we have, Rick?
We have Robert up now.
Robert.
Hi,
Gordon.
Robert.
Are you there?
It's Gordon.
Is it Gordon?
Hello?
Hello?
Gordon. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Can you hear?
I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, is it Robert or Gordon?
I think it's Gordon, actually. For some reason, it came up as Robert.
It's Gordon.
Hi, Gordon.
So,
how are you?
Hey, how's it going, Sam?
It's going good.
Two things that were really stood out to me today.
Okay.
One, CNN's excuse for putting this guy's information out there, or threatening to, rather.
Right.
was, well, their excuse was stupid. And I'll tell you why. They said the meme encourages violence, right? Only who have we seen actually committing violence? And if, frankly, a Bernie bro is going to go with a list of Republican names to go shoot up a baseball field, and this is the United States congressman he's shot at.
Right.
What problem would anybody have shooting at an average Joe with no government security?
Oh, if his security, if Scalise's security hadn't been there, people would have been dead. Absolutely.
Yeah, and people are saying, like, well, what is he worried about? Why would he need to be anonymous if there's nothing to worry about? You know, if you're not doing anything wrong. Well, yeah, you can be a United States congressman not doing a damn thing wrong and still get shot at.
You know, and even if you're not doing anything wrong, the idea of having your information plastered all over a huge media conglomerate is terrifying. What if someone decides, you know what, I don't like guys who are named Gordon, so I'm going to go find Gordon and hurt him. You know, it's just irresponsible. Absolutely.
Well, I don't know anybody that doesn't like guys named Gordon, but
I don't know. You never know. There are weird people out there, and Gordon could be a trigger. You never know. It's kind of like my name, Sam. People always think I'm a guy till they talk to me, but maybe that's a trigger. The whole point is it doesn't matter because some psychotic who's going to go shoot a bunch of Republicans at a baseball field is going to get triggered over what he gets triggered over.
Well, then,
so it's a good
then we
point.
get to the defense of why they were threatening to out him, and they were like, saying that Trump tweeting his gift gave his racist, anti-Semitic post validity, gave his views validity. And I had to tweet this earlier today. Basically, break it down to the simplest form, okay? Trump borrows my whoopee cushion, and he puts it in your chair.
Right.
Now, all of a sudden, all my personal political views are valid because he borrowed my whoopee cushion and put it on your chair. How stupid is that?
It's so dumb. You know, and here's an interesting point. I'm glad you brought that up because my kids are 10 and 12 and they were asking me what I'm going to talk about. And I said, well, this happened on CNN. And my daughter said, that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. She's 11, 10. No, she's 12 now. God, they had birthdays. I'm getting old. She's 12 and she thinks they're nuts. My 10-year-old just laughed. They didn't see anything in it. Of course, they were busy yelling at me for saying mem instead of meme or whatever it is. But they also saw that it was ridiculous. The only people who think what CNN did was right is CNN.
Well, I think we should ban all the meme gifts. And just forget about all of it.
Right.
Get rid of all the meme
gifts. Because you know
gifts.
what? Being funny is a dangerous thing anymore. Absolutely.
Well,
who thinks like that?
It shouldn't be allowed, frankly. I don't.
Right.
First Amendment, whatever.
And no damn whoopee cushions, right?
Well, I'm not going that far. That's ridiculous.
I gotta know. Do I know you on Twitter, or how did you find us to call in tonight?
Yeah, I'm Gordon on Twitter.
You're Gordon on Twitter? Okay. Gordon on Twitter. I will be sure to find you. Was there anything else you want to talk about tonight?
That was me you quoted earlier. Errol is pronounced douchebag. The Errol is silent.
Oh, that was you! You're the guy in the sunglasses and the baseball hat and the black and white. Gotcha.
Yeah, with the sweet
Hey! Thank you for calling. And that was really funny. I actually liked it enough to write it down. Do you know how to pronounce his last name?
Oh, I have no idea. I never heard
like
of the
the
guy.
douchebag was silent.
Oh, yeah.
That
There's
was
always
great.
silent. Well, I mean, it depends on where he's from, but I'm assuming that the Errol was silent.
The Errol was silent. Yeah, that was so good. It was perfect for the douchebag list. All right, Gordon, I got someone on the line. I'm going to take him now. I appreciate you calling, and I will see you on Twitter.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, this is Bill from Arkansas.
Hi, Bill from Arkansas. How are
I just wanted
you?
to call and offer a congratulatory cigar.
No, I don't think so. We've met before, Bill. Did you know that?
Really? I think I remember.
Years ago, I was in college, and you shook my hand before you were president. And you said, my, such a pretty girl.
You sure it was your hand?
You shook my hand. So how are you, Bill? What are you up to?
I'm just trying to stay away from that old bat. She won't leave me alone now that she got nothing to do. Always want me to take walks in the woods with her. It's depressing.
You know
as
what?
hell.
She's nuts. I kind of feel sorry for you, man. I really do.
Tell me. I've been in it for 40 years.
Do you have any plans to stop walking in the woods? Anything else you're going to be doing so you're not just having to hang out with your crazy wife?
Well, I'm trying to make some plans with Jeff Epstein to take a couple of new flights out to his island and maybe get Frank Geester to come with us. But, man, it's tough getting away from her now.
You know, I have some of the most interesting followers and friends to call in and do these. I got to know, Bill, who are you?
Hey, it's G.
You suck.
I know.
You somewhat.
I had to do it. You've never had anybody else call us Bill Clinton. You always told me never to do that, so I had to.
It was terrifying. You know, DeWilkins used to call me, and he would do Obama, and he would do Trump, and I think he actually has a really good Bernie Sanders now. But no one's ever called me as Bill Clinton. So that was a little scary, I got to tell you. So what are you doing? Don't you have a show and stuff tonight?
I'm staycationing, so I'm not on the air tonight. I thought I'd just give you a ration of it and help you fill a few minutes.
I see how you are. Oh, so you have the evening off. Well, lucky you. Lucky you.
I do,
That's nice.
And Rick's liking it too. So.
Oh, Rick works really hard. You know, I think we need to give Rick a shout out because he babysits all of us.
He does.
He does indeed. Rick, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
We're trying to be nice to you
he
here,
might
man.
Be eating dinner. He does that with me sometimes. So.
He's eating dinner?
No. Actually, we
sometimes.
I was actually reading over some fan mail. You officially have fan mail.
Who does?
You actually. Somebody just sent us an email to the station and said that they love all the commentators here, but especially Foo. So.
Oh, God love them. Well, tell them I said they are awesome and send big smoochies. That was cool. No, so G, tell us what's going on. Are you on the air next week?
Yeah, big pro-life show. Gonna have Patriot Musket and Southern Keeks on, doing a big pro-life hour-long show. We're just gonna kick it and see what happens. Kim was just at a pro-life conference in Orlando, so we're gonna be rehashing all that. We got a couple of bigger news stories to work with to cover some different political angles on it, but it's all pro-life related next week with me.
Oh, and I love her. I think she's wonderful. Kim is really one of those people that is willing to fight the good fight. You know, and as conservative women, and since I've got you on here, I'm going to talk to you about something. Conservative women really have a hard time, especially with that topic, because even liberal men like to tell us that we vote against our own interests when we support Republicans because they don't understand that. And so Kim, I know, catches a lot of flack. So that's next week?
That is next week, right after you.
Right after me. Oh, and you know, I have it's going to be an interesting week next week because I finally have talked my brother to coming on the show and being interviewed. So I'm sure that his harem will be listening at that time. So it should be really fun next week. We'll have an hour with the road beer, and then after that we have Southern Keeks, and we have Kim and you. So it should be a really fun Wednesday.
Yeah, and Patriot Musket joining us.
Patriot Musket, too, is also joining in. Okay. Oh, and you know what we got to do, since I got you on the line, and you're my last caller because I've only got about 10 minutes left. We know that our good friend Laz, and we know you're out there. We know, guys, he's in the hospital. He was having problems. He wasn't feeling great. And the guy wanted to listen to the show so bad he took his iPad and his earphones so he could listen. Originally, he wanted to call in and chit-chat. I hope he gets to. Laz is one of those unicorns. He's a gay conservative, and he's awesome. And tonight he is in a hospital listening to this show.
Get better, Laz. Get better.
Get better, Laz. So we're going to give him a shout-out from the Foo that next week we're going to try and find a way to get him to call in because he's going to be better by then because we say so. So, Laz, if you're out there,
absolutely.
Salute from the Foo. Well, gee, it was really good that you called. It's funny. I had one guy call in to talk about actual interesting things, the news, and then I have smart-ass friends who call in and terrify me with Alex Jones and Bill Clinton. You guys are real givers, I'll tell you what.
Hey, what? How can you do better than Alex Jones and Bill Clinton in the same show? I mean, really.
Gee is a giver. He offered you the cigar.
Oh, my God.
That's right.
Let's not go over that again. That is so horrible. That is so horrible. That is such a bad visual. And I wasn't kidding. That story is absolutely true. It was 1992. God, I'm old. It was 1992. And Bill Clinton was campaigning in my home state, and he was at my college. And he was shaking all the ladies' hands as he went down this fence. And he stopped and looked at me, and he said, my, they sure have pretty girls in this state. Here's the kicker. His whole fixation on Monica Lewinsky, she is not a tiny little girl. I've never been a tiny little girl. So when that broke, my friends were relentless that he had hit on me at a college campus. So when you call us Bill Clinton, I totally had a moment of flashback and panic.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Glad I could help.
Glad you could give me a panic attack. You're such a, I gave up caffeine, dude. You can't do that to me.
Me too. Me too, almost 3 years ago.
Oh, boo-hoo, Mr. Abs. What is it, your purple magic powder that you drink? What is it? Like, you have a smoothie that you can pick up cars?
Smoothie.
What?
The Purple Power Smoothie.
The Purple Power Smoothie. What is
Yep.
that? I know you've told me, but it's like what, green stuff and purple stuff. How does that work?
It's kale, beets, blueberries, Granny Smith apple, a lot of seeds and ginger root and coconut water, and whip it up in the blender. It turns a nice shade of purple.
You scare me so much. You know that, right? When was the last time you had a carb? I'm just curious now that I got you on the phone.
I had some today. I have carbs every day. You gotta have some carbs.
Road Beer says
gotta
it's
be
that
the
code
right
for
one.
something. I don't know. Is the Purple Power Smoothie code for something?
He should just rename it Barney in a Blender.
Oh, Lord. Barney in a blender.
Well, there's a reason for that. There's a reason it's Barney in a blender.
Barney in a blender. Terrifying stuff. Dude.
And the reason is, I love you.
No, God. All right. Hang up on this guy. Gee, you're hysterical,
time
dude.
for him to go.
Get
Bye,
out of
Sam.
here. You're on your staycation. I will talk to you later.
See ya.
See ya, G. I open the phone lines. I open up and say, hey, guys, let's talk about things. And people call me to troll me. That is the exact... that is like the best impression of what I do on Twitter. And everybody trolls me. You guys, this week has been interesting. I did want to say one more thing. We don't have enough time to take any more phone calls. So if you've called in, I'm really sorry. We'll have to do this again sometime. For those of you who called and gave me a hard time, thank you for that. But before we go, I want to touch on a couple things. First of all, don't miss G's show with Kim and Patriot Mascot next week. That is an important show for them to go a whole hour on pro-life. I really want to talk a little bit about that earlier in the show, and I didn't think I'd have time. But I really hope you guys will listen because, especially from a conservative woman, when we speak out about these things and the amount of pushback we get, especially from liberal men, believe it or not. So it's going to be a great show with Kim on there with Patriot Musket. Also next week, I will be on with my brother. I wasn't kidding. We have actually talked the Road Beer into being interviewed. I think this may be the first time anyone's heard his real voice. So he's going to call next week in the second half of the show, and he will be my guest. And we'll talk about our mother and how she left him at the donkey farm, I'm sure. And I'm hoping that his harem will be also available that night. So we have a lot of good things coming up. Today, guys, this was an interesting show. I appreciate all of you very much for sitting through and listening to me ramble on. I think with what happened with CNN today, it really took all of our focus and brought us back to a good space. Because, last week we talked about how difficult it is to be a conservative with a Republican in office, which is a progressive Republican. And how do we get back to what we need to fight for? And CNN really brought us back and gave us a focus. Now, how we look at that and how we address it is going to be different. There are some people out there, unfortunately, who are wanting to go out and harass Kaczynski at his home. And I'm hoping that there are enough smart people to know that's not what we should do here. So while I don't agree with that, I'm glad we're all kind of on the same page about what happened with CNN. On that note, folks, I'm about to get out of here. I'm looking at the chat room. All of you for sitting in there and talking smack and being there the entire show. Gordon, I see you. Thanks again for calling in, man. I appreciate you all very much being here tonight. I will be back next week live as usual, and I will have my guest, Road Beer, and we will be here. I hope to talk to you then. Have a lovely night, and I will see you then. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.